Hey boss, welcome back to Mocktails with Marina. I'm your host Marina, and today we're diving into a topic that's not just a buzzword, but is the bedrock of your success: optimization. Now, before you skip ahead thinking this is just about spreadsheets or boring systems, let me ask you this. Do you dream of stepping away from the day-to-day grind of your business? Imagine this: your bar or bottle shop, whatever your operation looks like, it's running seamlessly without you behind a register or on the floor 24/7 or attached to your laptop all the time. Imagine not having to fight fires constantly, but instead building something so streamlined, so scalable that it almost feels effortless. Sound too good to be true? Well, it's not. And today I'm going to tell you why caring about optimization is the single most important step to getting there. Let's talk about what happens when we don't optimize. A lot of you listening right now are running incredible businesses: kava bars, non-alc bottle shops. Maybe you even have your own product line. Maybe you're a consultant like me, but here's the reality. Passion and hard work can only take you so far. If your systems can't keep up with your growth, you hit what I usually refer to as a glass ceiling. Now, this glass ceiling isn't just about profits or sales. It's about the chaos you feel in your daily operations. You're the first one in and the last one out. You're juggling invoices, restocking shelves, hosting events, and answering every customer question personally. You're doing everything, and it's absolutely exhausting. But what's worse than that is that it is unsustainable. When your operations rely too heavily on you, your business becomes a house of cards. One misstep, one sick day, one unexpected curveball, and it all collapses. Trust me, I've seen it happen to the best of us. That's not a business. That's a time bomb. An unoptimized business feels like crisis mode. When your systems are fragile, so is your peace of mind. You wake up in the middle of the night worrying about what might go wrong tomorrow. You start resenting the very thing that you once felt so passionate about. And it's not because you don't care. It's because you've built something that cannot sustain itself without you. And that, boss, is a recipe for burnout. If this is hitting home, know this: you are not alone. But it's a sign that something needs to change. Optimization is not about doing more. It's about doing things smarter. It's about creating a foundation that supports not just your business, but your life. Because you deserve better than living in crisis mode, and so does your business. So let's get real for a second. What else happens when we don't optimize? Well, for starters, we're definitely stuck. No matter how much money you're making, it never feels like enough because your expenses are always catching up to your revenue. This is the cash flow catastrophe, when you're too busy chasing payments to actually plan for growth. And it's not just the money, it's the energy drain. When you're stuck in this cycle, it feels like you're running on a treadmill that's speeding up every day. You're so focused on staying afloat that you lose sight of where you're even going. Every unexpected expense, every delayed payment, every last-minute bill, it all feels like it's piling on, and suddenly growth isn't even a priority because survival is. And then, of course, there's burnout. You know the drill: working 80 hours a week, wearing every hat in the business, all while trying to have a life outside of work. You're the manager, the accountant, the social media marketer, the customer service rep, and it's exhausting. It's not sustainable. Eventually something gives, and it's oftentimes your health, your relationships, or the passion that you once had for your business. But here's the part that stings the most. It stops you from dreaming bigger. You can't scale a business when you're in survival mode. All those ideas for expansion, new products, or creative marketing campaigns, they stay on the back burner because you're too busy putting out fires. You don't have the bandwidth to think about what's happening next when you're just trying to make it through today. The real kicker is this chaos doesn't just stay behind the scenes. Your customers can feel it. They notice when things aren't running smoothly, when orders are delayed, when your team feels frazzled or underprepared or unprepared entirely. Maybe it's the wait time at your bar, or the out-of-stock products, or the lack of attention to detail, lack of cleanliness even. Whatever it is, chaos isn't just bad for you, it's bad for business. And oh my goodness, it doesn't even stop there. The reputation you worked so hard to build starts to take a hit. Loyal customers might give you grace for a little while, but eventually they're going to take their business somewhere else, somewhere that feels more polished, more reliable, and more consistent. What started as an internal struggle begins to ripple outward, affecting the very foundations of your brand. When you don't optimize, you're not just risking your operations, you're risking the trust, loyalty, and satisfaction of everyone who interacts with your business. And that's a cost you cannot afford to pay. Okay, so what does optimization actually mean? Let me paint you a picture. Imagine walking into your business tomorrow and knowing that every single system is running smoothly, not just on the surface, but truly dialed in. Your bartenders or kava tenders or people at cash registers or salespeople, they're all fully trained, not just in the basics, but in delivering an exceptional customer experience. They're equipped with clear, concise SOPs, standard operating procedures, that guide them through everything from opening procedures to troubleshooting POS issues, handling rushes, and even upselling your signature items. They don't need to ask you for guidance every 5 minutes. They've got it handled. And your inventory, well, that's always updated with automatic alerts when it's time to reorder because it's synced into your POS system, and not doing so just to avoid running out, but to ensure that you're never overstocked, right? You want to make sure you have a great flow here and that you're not tying up cash flow in unnecessary product. You know exactly what's on hand, what's moving, and what needs to be adjusted. There's no scrambling, no guessing. It's all right there at your fingertips. Now let's talk finances. Those are transparent and predictable with cash flow mapped out months in advance. You're not just managing the numbers, you're using them to make your decisions. You know when to invest, where to invest, when to pull back, and exactly what your business needs in order to grow. There's no more waiting for the end of the month to figure out if you're in the red or the black. You're ahead of the curve every step of the way. Now here's the big one. You're not stuck in the weeds. You're no longer tied to your register, your email inbox, or your sales calls. Instead, you've built a team and systems that handle the day-to-day for you. You're not constantly answering questions or putting out fires. You've empowered others to take ownership, and it's working seamlessly. Imagine having the freedom to focus on the big picture, whether that's expanding to a second location, launching a new product, or finally taking that vacation that you've been dreaming about. Picture yourself strategizing new opportunities instead of being buried in daily operations. But let's go even further. Imagine having a digital library of all of your training materials, SOPs, and systems. Everything your team needs to operate without you, essentially. What if someone quits tomorrow? Well, no problem, because your systems are so dialed in that onboarding new staff is a breeze. They have everything they need to step into their roles and succeed, and your business keeps running without a hitch. And because your operations are so tight, scalability becomes your reality. Whether you're thinking about franchising or expansion or consulting, like all of those possibilities become tangible because your systems aren't just supporting your business, they're building its future. And that's the difference between running a business that owns you and owning a business that works for you. Optimization is not about perfection, it's about freedom. Freedom to grow, freedom to innovate, and freedom to live the life you envisioned when you first started this journey. Isn't that what we're all working toward? Here's the secret no one wants to tell you. If your business relies on you for everything, it's not scalable. And scalability is the holy grail, not just for growth, but for stability and long-term success. Scalability is what allows you to open another location, franchise your concept, or even sell your business down the line for a value far greater than you might even imagine today. It's what transforms your business from a job you own into an asset that works for you. Now think about it. If you were to step away tomorrow, would your business survive? Would your team know how to keep the ship sailing, or would it drift off course? If the answer is no, that's your sign. A business that relies on you for everything is fragile. It's like trying to build a skyscraper on quicksand. No matter how beautiful or passionate the vision is, it's only as strong as the foundation beneath it. Now look, We're talking about optimization. So it's very important to me that if you are a brand new business owner out there, you're in the discovery, validation, or building phase, don't feel bad that you haven't optimized yet. Because at this time, when we're talking about optimizing, this happens after you're building, right? So if you're in that beginning stage where you have to be in the business, don't feel bad. This is what we are aspiring towards as we are truly, by definition, optimizing our businesses, right? A scalable business, on the other hand, has systems so dialed in that it can run without you, right? Imagine walking away for a month or even a year and coming back to find your business is not just like surviving, but it's thriving. That's not a fantasy. It's the reality of businesses built with scalable systems. This doesn't just make your life easier, it makes your business more valuable. And if you have any investors, they're going to love this. A business with systems that don't rely on the founder is gold in their eyes. It's predictable, reliable, and profitable. Also, it's honestly a lot more like trustworthy, and it's less risky of an investment because the proof is in the pudding. When it comes to franchisees, they need this, right? That's the definition of a franchise. It's a package that comes with every SOP for every single process that happens within the business. Without solid systems, replicating your success is nearly impossible, and no one wants to buy into chaos. And for you, this level of optimization means freedom, right? We always come back to this freedom to grow into the visionary leader you were always meant to be. Not the person stuck behind a cash register, not someone who's buried in the books, but you have the freedom to dream bigger, to innovate, and actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. But let's dig deeper, because scalability isn't just about growing outward, it's about creating space for growth upward. It's about freeing yourself from the grind so you can focus on the next level, whether that's expanding into new markets, launching complementary products, or diversifying your revenue streams. It's about building something so solid and self-sufficient that your business becomes a legacy, not just a moment in time. The truth is, scalability isn't just an option, it's the future-proofing of your business, right? It's the difference between a business that can adapt and grow in the rapidly changing market and one that stagnates because it's tied to one person's capacity. And let me tell you, boss, you deserve more than just to be the bottleneck in your own success. So ask yourself again, if you stepped away tomorrow, would your business survive? Would it thrive? If not, it's time to make the shift, because scalability isn't just about your business, it's about your life. It's about building something that gives you the freedom to grow, to dream, and to truly live. Isn't that what this whole journey is all about? So let me ask you, where do you stand right now? Like, are you running a business that feels like it's running you? Are you constantly reacting to problems, putting out fires, and scrambling to keep up instead of building towards like a real sustainable solution? Are you stuck in survival mode, juggling endless tasks while the dream of scaling and growing your business feels further and further out of reach? Let's be honest, it's exhausting, right? It's draining to wake up every day knowing you're the only thing keeping your business afloat. And the harder you work, the more it feels like you're treading water, not making waves. But here's the thing, boss, it doesn't need to be this way. I need you to know something. Optimization isn't about being perfect or rigid. It's not about adding more to your plate or creating some kind of hyper-strict structure that kills your creativity. It's just about building a foundation, a system that actually supports your vision, not weighs it down. It's about creating a business that works for you, not the other way around. And more than that, it's about giving yourself permission to step back, trust your systems, and finally breathe. Imagine the freedom of knowing your business doesn't depend on you being everywhere doing everything all the time, right? We keep coming back to this place because it's so important that you can visualize how big of a difference it can truly make by taking a few very simple but profound steps in the right direction. Imagine the mental clarity that comes when your operations run smoothly, your team knows exactly what to do, and you have the space to focus on what really matters, right? Your growth, your creativity, and your life outside of work. Because here's the truth. When your operations are effortless, your impact becomes limitless. You're no longer held back by chaos, stress, or survival mode. Instead, you're able to innovate, dream big, and make the kind of difference that inspired you to start your business in the first place. And isn't that the goal? Isn't that why we started these businesses? To create something bigger than ourselves? To build something meaningful that not only serves others, but also allows us to live with purpose and joy? This is your reminder. It is possible, but it starts with making the decision to shift from reacting to problems to creating solutions, from surviving to thriving. So I'm going to ask you again, where do you stand right now? And where do you want to go? Because the choice is yours. And I know you're capable of so much more than just getting by. It's time to step into the business owner and the leader you were always meant to be. All right, that's all for today. I just wanted you to understand why this is important, because sometimes it's not always clear. We think we're doing a great job because we're doing the best we can, and it can be difficult to see where we can further optimize. Sometimes it feels like we've built ourselves into some sort of corner that's difficult to get out of. But I'm here to let you know that anytime you feel like you're backed into a corner, that just means there's a glass ceiling that needs to be broken so that you can grow upward and really maximize the potential for what you're doing. So I want to just leave you with this last thought, okay? So take this moment, take this week to reflect. What's one part of your business that feels like it's holding you back? What is the part that feels crunchy? Where are you spending way more time than you want to? And what would it feel like to finally let that go? And I'm not just saying let go like, oh, we don't care about this. I'm saying if we have to outsource, delegate, automate, whatever, but how big of a difference would this make for you? If this episode spoke to you, please share it with any fellow business owners who need to hear it. You're also welcome to watch my 5 Pitfalls to Scale Smarter workshop, where we dive even deeper into this. So you can check the description for this link. But also, if you'd like to chat with me about optimizing your business, please do not hesitate to reach out, hello@marinamars.com, as I've got group programs and one-on-one packages that can help you break your current operations or general optimization glass ceiling. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. It always means the world to me. If you need anything, just let me know.